my garage today. It's a little bit chilly here in Florida this morning. Going to be removing this door panel and getting to the door lock actuator and replacing it today. This door lock actuator, it was working but making a horrible sound, and now it's making a horrible sound and not working. So anyway, I got the little tab off in there. That was a little hard to get off. It didn't really want to come off. I guess it hasn't been off ever. So I used my favorite water hose, radiator hose remover tool, and I got up here in the very top, and because that's where it kind of hinges down on the bottom. I got in the very top and had to get real aggressive with it and get it in there and pop it off. So now I'm gonna be removing that screw. I've got to remove this here unit, and I'm going to use this Matco tool here that I have to remove it. It should pop right up. I might need to get two hands on it. Sounds terrible while it's doing it, but you know, it's one of them break an egg thing. Can't make an omelet unless you break a few eggs. Well, I hope not to break nothing, but I'm gonna crack some eggs here. A little bit difficult one-handed there, but that's the way it comes off. And it looks like this one here, I pried it from the front, which was good because it looks like the back of it goes up underneath here, has little tabs on it, so you wouldn't want to pry it from the back. Pry it from the front and pop it up, and then slide it forward just a little bit. I have to take this electrical connection off, and after I do that, I'll set this off to the side. I put my little tab in that ashtray to try to keep it from getting lost, and then I believe there's a couple screws in the bottom down here. I think there's one right down here. Doesn't look like there's any on this side, so it might be good to go. I'll try pulling on it and getting it off. Plus I'm not sure if I have to take them pull straps off or not, but we'll see. I think I do not have to. After I loosen this up, we'll see. I think there's another screw back behind here, but I've got to get my bit on there. Right, I got my bit installed. I don't know what size this is. If you can read it there. Yeah, camera has better eyes than I do. I don't know. T20 maybe? I don't know. I'm going to get it in here. Remove this. Put it in my ashtray. I still haven't taken this off. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. This bottom's screw, I believe it's a Phillips. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, I took the little door strap off and the door just come right off. So I still have to lift it up over this door lock here. But I'll unplug this connector and this door panel will be out of the way. I think I'm going to take the opportunity while this is off to go ahead and clean it up a little bit because it's a little bit dirty. Yeah, so take that door strap off. Be careful with these little things. I was really careful and I still broke a little tab off one of them. I don't know if it's going to be hard to hold back on there or what, but these things here, I need to get one of these for the front of the door anyway, the front driver's door. I need to get one, and I'm just reluctant to pay the price they want for just one on the internet, and I haven't found it at the junkyard. So be careful with them because they're hard to get unless you want to pay the money, which I don't. So I'm gonna take this here off after I unplug that. Normally these are clear see-through. I've never seen one that's black like this. But I taped up the shield, whatever they call that stuff there, but it's good thick stuff. It's better than they used before. Normally stuff doesn't get more high quality, it gets cheaper. But anyway, what I'm planning on doing, let me get this light over here. Okay. What I'm planning on doing in here is getting this actuator, and I'm going to take it out of that bracket. I'm going to pry open that little bracket and take the actuator out that way. Of course, unplug it, and that way I don't have to drill out this this rivet that everybody seems to want to drill out and put a bolt in. And we'll see how that goes. I've heard some videos saying that it's hard getting it out and back in, and I've done stuff like this before, and that does not seem that hard. Maybe, but I don't think so. We're trying it anyway. Seems easier than getting the drill out and putting the bolt in and all that kind of garbage. But we'll see. See if I can get this off here with one hand. I don't know where the tab is on there. That wasn't a problem. Okay, I'll probably have to get both hands on this here to get it out, but it looks like it's not going to be much of a problem. I could probably just leave that screwdriver pried in there and just pull it right out, but let me get both hands on it and I'll pop that open. Alright, I got it popped out. That wasn't hard at all to get that popped out. And I'm thinking this one's been changed out before. And what I see is the same thing that I got here in my hand. And it looks like that rod pops out. It snaps right in there. Snaps right in. I'll show you here. It goes right in like that. Goes in that hole, and if I push that, I could snap it right in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little pry tool, and I'm gonna get it in there on this one. Of course, I won't be able to do it on camera. Let me see if I can There's a hole here that I've been looking through to see this. See, it's right there. It's right there. I'm gonna get this and try to pry this rod out without breaking that plastic. And if I can accomplish that, then I can just snap this back in my new one. I'll put it back in the holder there, which that's original. That's an original rivet. So whoever changed this out, they did the same thing I'm doing now. They didn't drill that bracket out. There's no call for that. You know, actually, doesn't really matter if I break this off. I can still snap my new one on there. So regardless of the outcome of this, if I do break the plastic, the metal is still going to be intact, and I can just snap my new one right on it. So I'm good to go anyway. I got it off. You can see the rod there. The rod was a little rusty. It didn't want to slide out of that out of the plastic, little plastic hole right there. Didn't want to come out, so I ended up destroying the holder there on top a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna get a new one in now, and I'm gonna try to do as much as I can on camera, because this is to help anybody else out like I've been helped out before on these videos. If you watch somebody else do it before you do it, you can pick up something. I had an old mechanic tell me that you can learn something from anybody, doesn't matter who they are. So I'm going to put the screwdriver in here and pry this off. That one was a little tougher than what the original was, the factory one. I guess it's been spread apart a couple times, and it was easier to come apart. Now the next thing will be to slide this this rod back on here. Don't know if I can do it with one hand, but I'm gonna try. I think it's in all the way. I'm gonna see if I can look at it a little bit better. I'm gonna put the camera down though. Well, I determined that that's in there all the way. I can't push it in there any further, and I'm not going to put a tool on there that might break it. And anyway, I put a glob of grease right on the top here, to where if any moisture does get in that boot, it's not going to get down inside of that unit. That's just gonna, it's going to wick the moisture away. That's my little try to fix and make this one last longer without squealing like a hyena. Anyway, I'm gonna get it pushed back in these, see if I can do it on the video. There's no way I'm going to be able to do it without holding the camera. I mean, I almost get it, but I can't really get in there to see so good. Yes, I can. Persistence. So you just got to get the one side in. I found it better to get get this side here closest to the outside door. I got it twisted down there, got it in the hole, and just kept twisting it and pushing it over towards the outside of the door skin, and it popped right in. So now I should be able to just get this thing plugged up, get this boot pushed down on here. Yeah, it's spinning around on that ring, so that proves it's in the groove real good to me. And everything's in place. Next thing to do is to test it out. Right, moment of truth. Yeah, it's working. And no squealing. All right, install will be just in the reverse order. Things normally go back together easier than they come apart anyway. This here, would just get stuck right back down. It's really no big deal at all. See this little tab here, it was broke off of the panel, so it's going to be useless in holding anything now. It should be stuck on the back of the door panel, which I haven't cleaned yet, and it sounds like it's raining outside now, so it might not get cleaned. But all these other ones will be in place holding it on, so that one there won't be that detrimental. But that's what happens when you pull off these plastic tabs that have been in the sun, in the heat for so many years. Plastic stuff ends up breaking. But small price to pay for having the automatic door lock. You guys can do what you want to do, but on these little tabs here that are sticking out, these little white tabs, the ones that only one broke off, which was right up here. It's not going to be that detrimental, like I said, but I'm going to put a little bit of white lithium grease on them. Just so next time, if I am taking this off or somebody else is taking this off, maybe it'll prevent somebody from a little bit of heartache, and it'll prevent any of the tabs from breaking. It's my theory. It's something I do, so you can do it if you want. You don't have to use white lithium grease. You can use whatever you want, but I've always got this around. White lithium works for a whole bunch of stuff. I've had that one for years. But now it'll go back on easier and come back off easier when I do it or somebody else does it. Now next thing to do is put that plug back in. Good idea sometimes to put dielectric silicone grease on these connectors too, but this isn't really out in the weather. I guess it was like that. I pulled that out because it was easier for me to get to that way. Make sure it's in. You want to pull out the bottom of the door. pull out the bottom of the door and make sure it sits down in here real good at the top. And then try to make sure that your little pegs here are lined up before you go smashing on them. See right there. Want to make sure they're lined up with the hole, which, see that one? That is lined up. Okay, so we're good on that side. Can't really see this side real good, but I can feel that it's going in. So then you can start. Just hit it back in with your hand. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I'll put the strap back on. Handles back on. Make sure you clean your handle before you put it back on. That's a perfect time to clean it. I did mine, and I mean, they get dirty back behind them and you can't see the dirt, and underneath you can't see the dirt, but I just used some cleaner, cleaned it real quick. I'm gonna clean the panel when I'm done because it's gonna be dirty, even though I've cleaned my hands. I've washed my hands. I gotta put that screw back in, that long screw. I'll put it in the little ashtray here. These magnetic tips are awesome. All right, so that's in secure. But anyway, I'm not gonna be able to plug this in. I can't hold it and plug it in at the same time. Alright, ashtray is back in. As my dad would say, I was slicker than snot. It went in there really, really easy. Now I got to put this torque screw. I always like to get these bolt. It actually has bolt threads on this screw. I always like to get them started with my fingers. Don't want to put that in there too tight. My front door, this is broken, this little piece, and I had to put I ought to do another video on it, but I had to put a fender washer in there to get it to hold. This is going to be kind of hard. These originally, I think, were made to stay in place and just fold down like a little door, but like that. They're made to fold down, but they don't do that. Don't do that normally. Oh well. Let me put the camera down and I'll get this thing on. Well, this little tab didn't want to stick up in there. Didn't want to stay there. I think because the bottom, like I said, the bottom hinge part of it is broken, which is going to be pretty typical, and I do want to have that cover. So what I did, I put a little bit of silicone on there. This is not too much. It's nothing I can't overcome when I go to take it off again. I didn't really want to use black, but black was all I had. And I'm going to put this up in there, and that should stick it enough to where it'll stay. It makes a little click on the top, but without the bottom holding it in, it just falls out whenever you tap it or anything. So that little bit of silicone will hold it in, and even though it was black, I didn't get any on the outside. And if I ever want to take that off again, I can do the same thing. I can overcome that silicone. It's not going to hold it in so strong I can't take it off. So I'll just have to let that dry, and won't slam the door or anything too hard. I'm going to make sure my door locks and all work again. Look at that. Look at that. All right, I'm happy. Another job well done at Double Trouble Garage. All right, I hope this helps somebody. I'm going to clean my door panel up a little bit now. It's a little bit dirty. Please like and subscribe. And if you like my videos, that is. And thanks for watching.